Okay, so we are live. I hope you have not been waiting for a long time, guys. And for everyone, quickly, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all excited for today's topic, that is coordinate geometry. So first of all, quickly rate the broadcast. That is from 10, and I hope you're going to rate it 10. So assuming that, we'll just move on now. And quickly, students, how is the preparation for exam going on? And for anyone who has watched the last sessions, who has watched the last classes, has I've been able to help you at any level? So if I've helped you in any way, you can just let me know. It would be very, it helps me to get motivated for you all. So quickly just let me know that how's the preparation for exam going, or I have been able to help you at any way. Now for any quickly, okay, so many of students have been waiting. Texter, Rollins, Hriday, Nikhil, Brikesh sir. Good afternoon everyone. Manav, how many boys are here? Sorry. Okay. So Ashwini Shiva, good afternoon. And are you guys targeting for which year? Come on guys, so whichever JEE Mains you are attempting, I hope you're gonna kill it. Okay. And who else is there? Koku Sariskar, what happened, ma'am? Nothing has happened till now, but you're gonna love today's session. We are gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna tell you that I will not teach you today a lot, but I will let you do the questions. You will be able to do the question with at least the theory. Okay, so this is session 1 of coordinate geometry. Okay, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. We will have more sessions of coordinate geometry. We are dividing it into parts. Okay, I hope you're gonna love it. And now who else is waiting? Koku Seskar has rated 10 and said good afternoon. Okay, Aspani Shiva too. Okay. I hope you're gonna reach to the level 3 very soon, and you're gonna love this session. Okay, so now let's just move on quickly, and I hope you all are staying healthy. Okay, so quickly telling about myself, my name is Krishvi Srivastava. You can call me Krishvi, ma'am, the anything. So so sorry. So because they is saying that he has purchased a paid course today, but it is not activated yet. So don't worry, it will be activated as soon as possible. You will get all the access. You will get all the access of the study materials as well as the videos. Don't worry, guys, and you can also let me know about any of your doubts. I am here to clear you. So now telling about myself, I am an engineer. I have done my software development. I'm a software developer. I've done my engineering from IT branch, and what I'm doing here is, guys, I have loved maths from my childhood. Okay, and it has always helped me to increase my score, to increase my percentage. So when I have loved it for such a long time, so when I was given this opportunity, I was like, let's just do it, man. And you know what is the most important thing for your JEE? See, what you can do is, you can strategically prepare. You can, you don't have to just open the book, start doing the questions. That is not how you're going to score your JEE. You have to prepare strategically. You have to think that, okay, this topic has the most weightage. I have to do this topic anyhow. Okay, I have to do these questions. I have to divide my time accordingly. I have to give that much time to this topic. I have to give this much time to this topic. Okay, so the division of your time, the division of your focus, it should be strategically divided. Okay, you should not just open the book and start doing anything. It's not gonna, it's not something you're just doing. No, this is the difference that is created between students. If someone is studying for 6 hours and you are also studying for 6 hours, your strategical preparation can help you defeat that person. It can make you excel more. So how is the performance, how's the performance increased? Your efficiency. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to tell you what topics you should focus on, which are the type of questions you should attempt. Also, one thing more, I have seen students doing one type of question for 2-3 hours. They are just only doing one type of question and one type of question. They think that they have done a lot. No, it's not going to help you, guys. What you have to do is, you have to do different type of questions. You have to attempt, because when you are attempting different type of questions, you are attempting different patterns, and now your knowledge has been increased. Now you can attempt many questions. Okay, your horizon has increased. Doing one type of question is not going to help you that way. It is only going to make you, it is only making you do that type of question in a very less time. But what you should do is, you should do a variety of questions. Okay, so here what is needed is the variety. Okay, guys. Now let's move on. Telling about a course quickly, we have this 90 plus classes, we have convenient educational platform, we have syllabus designed from JEE, because I have seen many students face difficulties in their syllabus scheduling. Okay, they are not able to divide their syllabus at which topic should I study first, then after that. So for that we have JEE experts who can design your syllabus. We have some students as well as some teachers added to your WhatsApp group who can schedule your timetable as well. So we are here to help you at any level. Okay, now we also have this flipped classroom method which we follow, and also doubt solving practice. Of course, we have this doubt solving practice, DSP. Any doubt you face, we are here to solve you. We have doubt support who can solve your doubts. Okay, now telling about flipped classroom method which we follow is, see, firstly we give you theory study materials, and then we conduct the webinar. So what it does is you get a quick recap of what is going to happen in the webinar. Okay, and after attending that webinar you can check your knowledge by doing the homework and then the homework check. Okay, so what is the flipped classroom method? You study, you first do a quick reading or a quick recap at a PDF level, then you see the webinar, you understand things at a conceptual level, and then you check yourself that what has you, like, what is the thing you have perceived from that webinar, from that theory. Okay, so that makes you analyze your performance. This method is so efficient that it is being followed in very high rated universities, even in Harvard. I'm talking about in India also, we are following this method in IIT Delhi even. So obviously when something has been tested and it is known that it is used to increase the efficiency of students, then why should not you follow it? Okay, so obviously I would say start following this method for your performance. Okay, now for like students say that, ma'am, which plan should I buy? See, these are the three plans divided for you all according to your level. You can choose it. We have light, smart, proficient plan. Okay, for the proficient plan you can see all the topics are ticked. So for anyone who has completed the course and they want additional topics to be covered, they want additional special course, so they can go with proficient. For the average ones you can go with smart, it completes all the course. And for the light you have this all these things, but you don't have mock test. And what I say is mock test is very important to you guys. Okay, and I have seen students doing mock test and that then they just come home or they just complete the mock test in their computer and just shut down and they're done, and they think that okay, we have done the mock test. No, this is not going to work, guys. Why mock test is helpful? You have to analyze that what were your score, where did you get wrong, what were your mistakes, what are your weak points, what is the thing which is stopping you from achieving more marks. So you have to analyze yourself. When you will not analyze yourself, then the problem will come. Okay, so for anyone who is giving the mock test, guys, you need to analyze after those mock tests as well. For 3 hours, if you are giving the 3 hours mock test, you need to analyze at least 1.5 hours that what have you done, where did you get wrong, and you need to see the solution of every question. That even if you have done this question, was there any quick solution for this question? What can I do that question in a little less time? So analysis is very important. Okay, now quickly talking about the topic, that is coordinate geometry. Told you about the plans, told you about the strategies. Now a lot of chit chat has been completed. Let's just start with our coordinate geometry. Okay, so ma'am say concept, way to get syllabus, ma'am. See, you can just ask, hello ma'am, Tej from Hyderabad. Hi, my hometown is in Lucknow and right now I'm in Delhi. Okay, so telling about the representation, guys, all of you know about the coordinates. Also, guys, for anyone who wants to subscribe our course, you can also get my code, that is JEE Mat 30. You can get 30% flat discount on our courses by using my coupon code. So get yourself this code and I am here to help you out, and you can get 30% discount straight for your courses. Okay, enjoy now. So for the representation we have, see, for example, everyone knows how do we write the points. We write the points as x comma y. Okay, what it is known as the x coordinate as well as the y coordinate. Also we can term it as abscissa ordinate. These are some more terms, because sometimes the question does ask, tell me the abscissa of this point, tell me the ordinate of this point. So you need to know x can also be known as abscissa, y can also be known as ordinate. Okay, now for everyone, this is the graph. Okay, And if this is the point, that is P, X, Y, okay, and this is obviously the X axis and this is the Y axis, okay guys. So now what it is this is the distance from the X axis, okay, that is known as the Y, okay, and this is the distance, this distance is known as the X, this is the known as the X, and this is known as the Y. So this is the graphical representation of this point X comma Y. I hope you already know this simple thing. Now telling you about the Cartesian coordinates. Okay, first of all, for any such knowledge of our courses, of our discounts, of the free classes which we give you all, for the announcements, quickly get yourself added to our Telegram channel. You can scan the code right now and get yourself added to the Telegram channel right now and get access to all the information about our channel, about our free courses, about our discounts and prices, and also about the paid courses as well. So you can just scan the code and get yourself added, okay. Now Cartesian coordinates. See, I talked to you about the point. Now what are the different types of representation of a point? You can term it as Cartesian. Also we have polar coordinates. So right now firstly I'll tell you about the Cartesian, then I'll tell you about the polar, and then I will tell you about the conversion of those points. Also in between those we will do some questions as well to check that whatever I am telling you, are you being able to perceive that. So obviously I have already told you distance from X axis, okay, distance from X axis. What is the Cartesian coordinates all about? Distance from Y axis, and distance from origin, okay. So for example, you have this point P, X, Y, point P which has X and Y points. So this is the origin, okay. So this will be the positive side of Y axis, okay. This will be the negative side of Y axis, that can be termed as Y dash here, okay. So now obviously everyone knows that whenever we have this point, this is known as the distance from the origin. And how it is calculated, everyone knows it, that is x square plus y square, okay. All of you know it, simple Pythagoras theorem, you can also use it like that, x square plus y square, okay. And also we have this distance as x and this distance as y here, okay. So this is the Cartesian point all about. What is Cartesian coordinates? Simple thing which you have been studying from your junior classes, simple thing. No worries, whenever you see Cartesian coordinate, you don't need to get confused in the terms. Seeing the term Cartesian, you can get like that. Axis coordinate, yeah, that is what. Now we have this point. I have told you about the Cartesian coordinate, basic thing. Now this is the question here. Let A, H comma K, this is given the point A, B 1 comma 1, C 2 comma 1 be the vertices of a right angle triangle. Now if the area of the triangle is 1 square unit, then set of values of K can be taken as. This is the question. Okay guys, I hope you have understood the question. Read the question on your own. I have read the question for you. Now you can read it on your own, and I am drawing the diagram. So what you have to do in coordinate geometry? First of all, start using pen and copy, even pencil. You have to draw the diagrams whenever you read the question, because when you are being able to visualize the question becomes easy. So first step is always to draw the diagram by reading the question, okay. Now we have this point, that is A, H comma K, B 1 1. So I will draw the diagram, that is A 1 comma 3, B firstly I have to change the color of the pen. Let's just take the green blue pen. Okay, so here we have this graph, and here A, H comma K, B 1 comma 1. So let's just suppose B is here 1 comma 1. Okay, this is the y axis, this is the x axis, and C 2 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 is here. Now obviously 2 comma 1 is going to be here. 2 comma 1 be the vertices of a right angle triangle. If the area of a triangle is 1 square unit, then set of values, and it is a right angle triangle. Okay, so it is a right angle triangle and this is the base. Okay, so what is given is that the area is 1 square unit, so you can calculate it as half into, this is point B, this is point C, and A is going to be here. Okay, so half into BC into AB. So BC is the base, AB is the height. This is the formula for triangle, for the area of triangle, that is half into base into height. So now you can get it as 1, and you know the length of BC is obviously 1 here. You can see it in the diagram as well, because here it is 0.1, here it is 0.2, so the distance becomes 1 here. Okay, so 1 by 2 into 1 into AB. Now we get AB value as 2 here. Okay, now AB we got 2. So you got that the distance is 2 here. Okay, the distance is 2 here. Now how is it possible? This is the distance, that is 2 AB. So this is the distance that is given as 2. Now what will the point? See, 1 is obviously in this point. So 1 will get added and the point will become 3 here. Okay, the point will become 3 here. For the y-axis, you know that distance is given 2 and the distance below it is given 1. So it becomes 3, and this x coordinate is obviously 1. So we got 1 comma 3 here. Okay, now you know that this becomes the right angle triangle, and now you know what is the point, what will be the answer, that is 1 comma 3 here. How you got? Just because using the area of the triangle was a basic thing. I hope all of you know that half into BC into AB. Now you got the answer. So there was no needed of calculating the hypotenuse, because obviously we have given BC, we got the base, and area was given, so we already know we can get the height. Now obviously when the height is given, we can just add up the below distance and we can get the coordinate of that point. Okay, simple question. Was it in simple? Okay, so this was just, I told you about the Cartesian coordinate and then just I made you this question. You did not need to do any theory for doing this question. First of all, guys, subscribe to the channel right now. It's free of cost for everyone who is watching the video. I want you guys to subscribe the channel right now. It just, it just makes us motivated that okay, these much students are liking our content, these much students are enjoying. So for everyone like that, you need to just subscribe the channel right now. I hope many of you have subscribed right now. So now moving on, assuming that you have subscribed the channel, we have this question. The vertices A, and I hope everyone is reading the question on their own after I read it. So we have vertices A and D of a square ABCD lies on the opposite side of x and y axis respectively. If the vertex C is the point 12,17, then the coordinate of vertex BR. So these are the options which is given, and you have to calculate the coordinate of vertex B. I'm going to tell you guys, this is going to make the use of your concepts of 9th and 10th as well. Okay, in the coordinate geometry, everything is going to come, and this is something which is, coordinate geometry is very vast. After this we are going to do straight lines, after this we are going to do, all the things, circles and everything. So for this, your basics should be clear for starting from the congruency of triangles. Okay, so now what do we have here is the vertices A and D of a square ABCD lies on the opposite side. So firstly, I'll draw the diagram quickly. So here we have this graph. Okay, so we have this graph x, y, x dash, y dash. Okay, now the vertices A and D of a square ABCD lies on the opposite side of x and y axis. So what does it become? That opposite side, so becomes like D will be here and A is going to be here. Okay, vertices A and D of a square lies on the opposite side of x, and y axis. If the vertex C is the point 12,17, so vertex C is already given. Okay, so now I'm just assuming the square and drawing the diagram of a square connecting A and D. Let's just assume this is a square. Okay, and how is the representation given? A, B, C, D. Okay, Now if the vertex C is the point 12 comma 17, so C is already given, that is 12 comma 17. Then the coordinate of vertex B are, okay, what it is asked, the coordinate of vertex B is asked. Now what you can do here, guys, let me change the pen color. Okay, this is given, vertex C is given, then the coordinate of vertex B are, vertex B is asked. So what you can do here is, what you can do here is, these are the right angles, right? These are the right angles, So here, can you see that this is the triangle is formed from this square? This is the triangle that is formed. What you can do here is, you can draw here also a triangle. You can draw here also a triangle. Now let's just quickly calculate. See, you can see that this angle, suppose this angle is theta. Okay, and this is a right angle triangle. This is going to be 90 degree. Now what this is angle it becomes? Quickly tell me. This is theta, this is 90. So what does it becomes? You know it. This is 90 minus theta. Okay. And now again this is 90 degree. So what does this angle becomes? This becomes theta. Okay. Again we have theta 90. So what does this angle becomes? This becomes 90 minus theta. Also we have here is theta because this is 90 degree. So obviously for the 180 degree, the interior angles becomes 180 degree. So that is why we have taken 90 minus theta and theta, because everything is going to sum up to be equal to 180 degree. I hope you have known this thing. This is a very simple thing. Okay. And this angle obviously is going to be 90 minus theta, right? This was not needed to be written, but just for the, for ensuring that you are understanding what I'm trying to imply. See, now you have that we have two angles equal. Okay. Also we have one side common in all these triangles. Okay. This is the side of a square and all of you know that the sides are equal. So doesn't these three triangles become congruent by the property of ASA? See, A angle, side, angle. So these three triangles become congruent. So how can I say that what is the congruency? ASA. Angle, side, angle. I hope you know AAS, SSS, all the congruency thing. I hope you have studied in class 9th or 10th. Okay. So this is the angle. This is the angle, and this is why we are saying that these triangles have become congruent. Okay. Now what you can do here is, now you have known that these triangles are congruent. So what you can do, that these what is the side that is attached to theta? That is this side. Let me change the color of the pen. Let's just suppose green. Okay, we have this side. Okay, and this is given to be 12 in the point C, 12 comma 17. So what does 12 think? 12 is this thing. Okay, so this is given to be 12 here. This is given to be 12 here. Color of the pen has not changed. So this is given 12. Now this is the side. Just keep it in your eyes that whatever side is attached to theta degree, that is 12. So this will be 12 here. Okay, in this triangle also, this is going to be 12 here. Okay, what you have to calculate? You have to calculate this point. For this you need this distance and you need this distance. Okay, so for that figure, what you need now more is, that this is given as 17. Okay, this is given as 17. What is this? 17 is this whole distance. Okay, now how you will calculate this distance? This distance will be calculated. That will going to be 17 minus 12, because this whole distance is given to be 17. So now we will just decrease 12. Then what it becomes? It becomes 5 here. Okay, it becomes 5 here. You got the distance. Okay, now what you can do more here is the point. Someone is saying 17 comma 5. This is the answer. Okay, I got this. Okay, I'm very glad that you got the answer. And because this question has assumed all the congruency properties, so for any student who is facing difficulty in the triangles, who has not studied that in your junior classes, those students will face problems here. Otherwise this question has been very easy. Okay, so now we have this point, that is B, and text star Alice has already said that 17 comma 5 is going to be the answer. Okay, so let's just see how it comes. See, now you know that this side has come 5. That is 90 minus theta one side. So what does this length become? That becomes 5 here, right? So what will be the total distance? The total distance becomes 17. So the x coordinate becomes 17 here for the B. So 17. Okay, and this is in option C and D as well. Okay, and now for the y thing, you already know that this is a distance, that is 5. 90 minus theta, 90-degree side is 5. That is given here. So 17 comma 5. This is going to be the answer. This is the answer. This was our right answer. So whoever has not been able to understand this question, they can tell me right now. I can also tell you once in Hindi even. So what we have done, just a quick recap. हमारा ये क्वेश्चन था, हमने एक स्क्वायर दिया हुआ था, इसमें ट्रायंगल्स फॉर्म कर लिए, बिकॉज आई हैव लर्न दैट सम स्टूडेंट्स आर फेसिंग डिफिकल्टी इन हिंदी, so I'm just trying to explain everything, just a quick recap in Hindi. Okay, so whoever is not trying to, like whoever does not know Hindi, don't worry, just 1 minute thing. एक स्क्वायर दिया था हमें, हमने उसको कनेक्ट किया, ट्रायंगल्स फॉर्म कर लिए, ट्रायंगल्स फॉर्म कर लिए. अब हमें कॉन्ग्रुएंसी की प्रॉपर्टीज पता है, ए, तो हमने देखा कि दो एंगल इक्वल आ रहे हैं, साइड हमारी कॉमन है स्क्वायर्स की, तो ए प्रॉपर्टी लगा के हमारे तीनों ट्रायंगल्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट हो गए. यहाँ पे तीनों ट्रायंगल्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट हो गए. अब हमें एक कोऑर्डिनेट दिया हुआ था सी, इससे हमने एक्स वाई डिस्टेंस निकाला जो हमें ट्रायंगल का मिल सकता था, तो हमने एक साइड निकाल दी ट्रायंगल की. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद हमने वाई कोऑर्डिनेट दिया हुआ था, तो हमने टोटल डिस्टेंस देखा उसका, वो वाई कोऑर्डिनेट की इक्वल था, बट हमें एक साइड ऑलरेडी पता थी, जिससे हमें पता चल गया कि वो उससे हमने सब्सट्रैक्ट किया और जो हमारा बचा हुआ डिस्टेंस है वो भी आ गया. तो दो साइड आ गई ट्रायंगल की, मतलब अब हर ट्रायंगल की हमारे पास दो साइड आ गई हैं. इसलिए हमने इस वाले ट्रायंगल में, ये वाला ट्रायंगल था हमारा, इसमें हमने दोनों हमारी लगा दी लेंथ, और उससे हमारा बी कोऑर्डिनेट आ गया सम अप करके. एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट क्या होता है, जो भी टोटल डिस्टेंस है, तो बी का एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट क्या होगा, जो टोटल लेंथ आएगी. वाई कोऑर्डिनेट क्या होगी, जो उसकी हाइट आएगी. तो उस ट्रायंगल की हेल्प से हमने एक्स एंड वाई कोऑर्डिनेट निकाल लिया. ओके, yeah, don't worry, I already told you in English. Okay, so if you are not being able to understand in Hindi, then also I hope you have not faced any difficulty. So for some students face difficulty in English, they want some things to be they want the concepts to be covered in Hindi. So what I'll do is I'll explain everything in English, but just a 1 minute thing, I hope you don't mind, just a 1 minute thing. Okay, so we are given the polar coordinates of a point, that is R. Okay, so now we have talked about Cartesian coordinates. We have done questions in Cartesian coordinate. Okay, so now what we will do here is, now we will talk about the polar coordinates of a point. See, now we have the polar coordinates, how it is represented as, see, we have R, we have tan theta, we have x and y. So R is the, R is the distance, tan theta is the slope, and x and y obviously the Cartesian coordinates, the x and y thing. Okay, now conversion between polar and Cartesian system. So how you can do it, see, you have this, I'll just draw a diagram for you all. This diagram, if you can visualize it, it is very simple for you to remember the polar and Cartesian system of coordinates. So we have this graph. Okay, and suppose this is the point, that is P r comma theta. You can also write it as p x comma y. Okay, now what you can do here is, when you connect it to the origin, this comes to be r. This is the distance known as r, is what? Distance from the origin. And all of you already know how we calculate the distance of the origin, because this is the y distance, this is the y distance, I told you in the earlier, this is the x distance. Let's just draw it. So this is the y distance and this is the x distance. Okay, so again by Pythagoras theorem, even you can just write that r is equals to under root x squared plus y squared. Okay, so this is how we got the distance from the origin of a point. Okay, and what more you can do here is, we have this angle as theta. So tan theta can be calculated as, what is tan theta? That is perpendicular upon base. Okay, so we got tan theta is equals to y by x here. Okay, now everyone know how you can write it as, x is equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta. Okay, this is the conversion between polar and Cartesian. You can write it as r cos theta and r sin theta. How do you calculate the r? By using this formula, that is under root x squared plus y squared. How do you calculate the theta? You can calculate it by tan theta is equals to y by x. So you know that tan inverse y by x. This becomes the value of theta. Okay, I hope you are clearly understanding the concept of this coordinate system. Okay, now if Cartesian coordinates of point P are this, then it's polar coordinates. Just the theory which we have done about the interconversion, we are doing the same thing. So if Cartesian coordinates of point P are, so it is given, P is given to be under root 3, that is 3 to the power by 2, comma 1, then its polar coordinates are. So polar coordinates, how do we do it? Again, I will first draw the diagram because I am doing these in the simple questions, because when it comes to the complex questions, you can draw the question, you can draw the diagram just like you can draw in the simple questions as well, because this is the basic class. Okay, I want all you guys to, your base should be clear, because moving ahead we will not be able to do all these things. I cannot explain you everything from starting from polar to Cartesian system. I will only be able to tell you that this is the formula, this is the concept, and this has been asked. So when you will ask me these questions, then I will only tell you to refer to this session. Okay, so for anyone who is watching this class, just pay focus here, because the next classes are going to become very complex, and I don't want you guys to, you know, to get a message, to get confused about the things. Okay, so again, first we will draw the diagram. Again, we have this point which is given as under root 3 comma 1. Okay, and we know this is known as r and this is known as theta. So what it is given is, this is the distance 1, this is given as the root 3. So quickly we know tan theta is equals to y by x, so it becomes 1 by root 3. What is the 1 by root 3? Where do we get tan theta? That is in 30 degree. Okay, simple trigonometry. I hope you already know all these things. So what do we get here is theta is equals to pi by 6. Okay, and what else do we need to do? That is, you need to calculate the value of r, that is under root x square plus under root y square. Okay, so what do we get the value of r is? That is 2. Now I'll tell you quickly the options which were given in the questions. So the options were given in the question were, the options were given 2 comma pi by 3, 2 comma pi by 6, C under root 2, pi by 6, and D none of these. Okay, so we have these options, and what it is given, we just have to know the polar coordinates. So how does it looks like? What do you think? What is going to be the answer? I told you all, how do we write the polar coordinate? That is P r comma theta. What is r? 2. What is theta? Pi by 6. So B is the options. You cannot do it like r cos theta, r sin theta. This is not the polar coordinate. This is the conversion. What is the polar coordinate? P r comma theta. So I know most of you just think that, you know, x comma y is the coordinate system point, is the Cartesian system point, and r cos theta, r sin theta is the polar system point. No, it is the conversion thing. It is just used to tell you that how is x and y related to polar coordinates. But what is actually the polar coordinate point? Let me just highlight it for you all. That is P r comma theta. Okay, r comma theta is the polar coordinate system. So again, I will just write it here, because I have seen students who know everything about polar coordinate as well as Cartesian, but they don't know that polar coordinate is r comma theta. It is not r cos theta, r sin theta. It is r comma theta. So what do we know here is that in the polar coordinate, what is the point? That is the P r comma theta. So we just needed to calculate the value of r, that we calculated by under root x square plus y square. We just needed to calculate the value of theta, that is theta tan inverse y by x. Okay, okay, anyone guys who is watching this video, like karo yaar, matlab like the video. It just makes me feel motivated. It just helps me to, you know, continue this much energy for the videos. You know, if the fuel is filled, I will be able to give more energy. Okay, so for my fuel, you need to do like button thing. Just like the video, and this is going to increase my fuel. Okay, and I hope you are enjoying this session as well. Now, what else do we have? If a point, okay, this is a complex question. Okay, you need to visualize this question in a better way. Okay, so Okay. So first of all, I would ask that if anyone is here, you can just read this question right now. Okay. So what do we have here is, we have a point and it is given that this point is rotated. Okay. And then it is given that it is reflected. So what is being used here, that reflection is also there. The what is given, rotation is also given here. So what do we need to do here is, you need to calculate the point that is after the rotation as well as the reflection. Okay. Now if I'll draw the diagram for it, so quickly I'll draw the diagram. Okay, I was just told to start doing the questions anyway. Okay, if a point under root 3 p under root 3 comma 1, okay, so we have this point p, that is root 3 comma 1, is rotated by 45 degree about the origin in anti-clockwise. So assuming this is theta. Okay, and what is the anti-clockwise direction? This is this type. Okay, is rotated by 45 degree. So this angle comes out to be, assuming this point as q here. Okay, and this is the angle in between, that is this, what is this given, 45 degree. Okay, is rotated by 45 degree about origin in anti-clockwise direction, and is reflected about x-axis. About x-axis means that the x-axis has become the mirror. Okay, so this has become the mirror. Then the coordinates of the new point. So this is the is going to be a little messier. Okay, so we have this as a mirror, and we have to calculate this point, that is the q dash point. Okay, so what it is given, the rotation thing, and then it is reflected, and this point has been asked. Okay, so now everyone knows how you calculate the theta. First of all, our main focus is on to calculate the theta. So you know the theta value is calculated as tan theta is equals to, that is y by x, that is going to be 1 by root 3, and what it is, it is pi by 6. Okay, 1 by root 3, and theta comes out to be pi by 6. Okay, now pi by 6, what it is, 30 degree. So 30 degree, and it is given that this angle is 45 degree. So what is the total angle that is maintaining from the origin? That is 30 plus 45, that is 75 degree. Okay, so what is the total angle? That is 75 degree. Okay, now you know how you need to calculate the r. Okay, this is the key of this question. This is the key of this question. See, you know here that okay, this is the value of r here. Okay, how you can calculate the r, under root x square plus y square. Now this point is given here q. So what do you think, what is the r of this point? The r of this point is going to remain same, because you know what, even in a clock you can see that is a circular clock. Okay, you have this point, the rotation has been in the clockwise direction even in the clock also, but the radius has been in the same thing. Okay, the radius is going to be same, rotating the point across 360 degree, the r is going to be same for all the points. This is the key point. Okay, so you can also see that this is the locus, this is the radius. Okay, this is the radius, and this is going to remain same. Okay, this is going to remain same. So for q point also, r is going to remain same. So how do you calculate the r? Simple thing, as I have been telling you from the first question, that is under root x square plus y square, that is under root 3 square plus y square. Okay, it becomes 2 here. Okay, so what does the point becomes? This becomes r cos theta, r sin theta. Okay, because we are converting this is given in the Cartesian, this is given in the Cartesian, so obviously we will do it in the Cartesian form only. And when you have r and theta, how do you write it in the Cartesian form? You write it in the r cos theta, r sin theta. Don't get confused. When the point is being asked in the polar form, you have to write r comma theta. But when the point is given in Cartesian only, then obviously you need to solve in the Cartesian form only. So what does the point becomes? That becomes r cos theta, r sin theta. Okay. Now, for anyone who does not know about the sine 75 degree value, sine cos 45 degree value, because here we have theta as what is our theta? This is not. For example, you take theta dash here. Okay. Our theta of the point Q, for point Q we are using here. Okay. For point Q, 75 degrees are theta here. Okay. So what is the value of, for this you need to know the sine 75 degree value, what it is, and what is cos 75 degree value. So for anyone who does not know, let me just tell you, you need to know about the 75 degree value as well as 35 degree value, because it is most of the time given as minus 45 plus 45 in an angle, and 75 degree, 35 degree, you should also remember all these values. Okay. And in derivation also, I will tell you in the trigonometric chapters, I will not go deep there. Okay, I'll just tell you about the values, that is root 3 plus 1 to root 2. Okay. And cos 75 degree, what is the value? Root 3 minus 1 to root 2 here. Okay. You know the points now. Sine 75 degree value, root 3 plus 1, 2 by root 3. Cos 75 degree value, root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. Now r is given to be 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. So what is the point that is coming out to be? The point that is coming out to be is root 3 minus 1 by root 2. And what is the y coordinate? That is root 3 plus 1 by root 2. The 2 in the denominator and r gets cancelled out. Okay. So here we have the point, that is Q. We got the value root 3 minus 1 by root 2, and we got root 3 plus 1 root 2. Okay. So this is the point Q. This is the point Q. Now, everyone knows how is the point about the x-axis calculated. See, let's just change the pen color. Okay. We have this as a mirror. This as a mirror. So that means this will act as a midpoint. And obviously, you know, this is the image point of here. So is the x coordinate changed? Is the x coordinate changed? No. That means the x coordinate is going to remain the same. If it is x here, this is going to remain same here. Okay. And if it is y here, in the point, this is going to become as minus y here. You know why? See, if you have y here, you have mirror here, you turn it this time, it will become minus y. Okay. But this point is going to remain same. So x coordinate will not change, but y coordinate will change to the negative of that point. Can you visualize this thing? If something is put in the mirror, you know, you're watching it in the mirror, and then this point is not changing the intersection point, but this point is changed because this has become the negative side of it. So what is the image across y-axis, across x-axis? X point will not change, but y point will become negative of it. Okay. So what is the point Q dash? That is our answer. The answer is Q dash. That is our answer. That will become x is same. That is root 3 minus 1 by root 2, comma, negative of y. That means we have to just multiply. So what it comes? Minus root 3 minus 1 by root 2. So this is the point Q dash here. This is the point. I hope you have understood. Thank you, Techstar. I hope everyone is going to watch the whole session later on. Okay. So we have this point Q dash. So have you been able to understand this question? And wasn't it simple? All you just needed to know is, if your basics are clear, if you can draw the diagram on your own, then things are turning out to be very, very simple. Okay. So for anyone who has not been able to do this, I hope you have been able to do this now. So now we have distance formula. Simple basic thing here. Okay. So how is distance formula calculated? Distance formula is calculated. We have x1, we have y1, we have x2, we have y2. How do you calculate the distance? The distance formula is calculated as simple thing you have studied in your junior class. X2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay. This is how you calculate the distance in here. This is the distance formula, basic thing, all of you already know. And now we will do one question on the distance formula. Okay, so we have this question: a triangle with vertices a 4, 0, b -1, -1, c 3, 5 is isosceles and right angle, neither of them. Let's just quickly visualize these 3 points and how is this diagram looking out to be. So we have this. Okay, now we know a triangle with vertices a 4, 0. That becomes 4, 0. Yeah, it's very simple. You must have studied in your 7th, 8th even. I just don't want anyone to know that I don't even know this formula. So how can I do this question? So just quickly load the formula and told about it. Okay. So now we have b -1, -1. So this is looking like this: -1, -1. That is point B. C is 3, 5. C is 3, 5. So it's looking like C 3, 5 here. Okay. So this is our triangle. How do you think it is going to be? Is it is going to be right angle or it is going to be isosceles? How will calculate? Simple thing, calculate the distance and get yourself know. Okay. So let's just calculate the distance AB. The distance AB is calculated as, we have 4 -1, that is going to be +1 because we have minus here square, plus 0 -1, that is turning out to be +1 square. So we have here is 4 + 1 for 25 under root 26. Okay. Now we have BC here. Okay. How do you calculate the BC here? That is -1 -3 square plus -1 -5 square. Okay. So how do we get it? We get 4 for the 16, 16 plus 36, because it is coming out to be -6 square, 36. What does it coming out? It is coming out to be 52. What is the distance for not visible? This is coming out to be under root 52. Okay. Now for the what is left, that is AC. Okay. How do you calculate the AC value? AC value is calculated as 4 - 3 square plus 0 - 5 square. What is it coming? It is coming 26. So what is isosceles triangle? Isosceles triangle is a triangle in which two sides are equal. So we can see here that AC and AB are equal. So obviously it is going to be isosceles. Okay. Now what do you have to check? Right angle. Now you know right angle follows Pythagoras theorem, that is under root x square plus y square is equals to the third side square. Okay. So you know when you sum 26 under 26, it becomes 26. You under 26 becomes 26. So 26 plus 26 becomes 52. That is coming to be under root 52. So what is coming? That it is also right angle triangle. How can I write it? Because we have AC square plus AB square is equals to BC square. Okay. This is following the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. That is why we can say that this triangle is isosceles as well as right angled. Okay. So this is the question and we have solved that this was the isosceles, this was the right angle triangle. This was the session 1 of coordinate geometry. It was the basic session and I hope all of your basics were cleared. We did not even studied a lot of theory. We did questions related to that and we were able to do it. I hope you have learned what is polar coordinate system, how do we write the Cartesian coordinate system. Quickly I'll give a recap and we can just wrap it up today for today. And I hope you're gonna like the video, share the video content as well as keep on watching the next sessions as well. It is going to be a series of coordinate geometry. I hope you're gonna love it. The representation of the point is given as x, y here. Okay. Subscribe the channel. Obviously, I have asked you guys also to get yourself added to the Telegram channel as well. Cartesian coordinate of a point x, y. This is the y distance. This is the x distance. If you have been able to visualize, some people can't even visualize that this is going to be the x and this is going to be the y. Simple thing, guys. X, y, and what is going to be the distance from the origin? That is going to be under root x square plus y square. This was the point given. We were given the three vertices of a triangle and then we were given two vertices. One vertex was unknown, and we were given the area. How do you calculate it? You calculated the height, you knew the base, and then figuring that height, you calculated the point visually. Okay, we did it visually. Now subscribe. I hope you have subscribed the channel till now. Now we have the vertices of a and d square abcd. In this question, we were given the one coordinate of a square and we had to calculate another coordinate. How we did it? We connected that square to the graph and then we draw the three triangles. We calculated the congruency. If it were congruent, then we got that these angles were equal and we calculated one triangle side, and from that triangle side we calculated all the sides of a triangle, and from that we calculated the point by visualization, that summing out to be x distance, summing the y distance. Okay, diagram is very important. If you have not been able to draw the diagram, then there is some problem. You need to practice the diagrams. Okay, polar coordinates of a system, we have r tan theta, we have x and y thing. How does polar coordinate of a point is represented? R comma theta. Okay, how do you calculate the r and how do you calculate the theta? It is given in the interconversion thing. Okay, the interconversion is given as under root x square plus y square. The tan theta was given as y by x, theta is equal to tan inverse, and this was the relation. This is the relation between x is equals to r cos theta and y is equals to r sin theta. This is the conversion. And what is the point? The point is r comma theta. The polar system point is r comma theta, but r cos theta and r sin theta is the Cartesian point, which is related to the coordinate polar system. Okay, okay. Now it was given that Cartesian were given and you had to calculate the polar. Simple thing, r comma theta. So you have to calculate the r and you have to calculate the theta. You calculated both, you got the answer. In this, we were given one point. We have to calculate the rotated one and then we have to figure out the image of that. Simple thing, we just calculated first the rotated point, and from that we calculated the image point. In this was the key, that if a point is rotated, then the r does not change. It is like the radius of the circle. R does not change for that point. Rotation does not change the r, it only changes the theta. Okay, simple thing. Distance formula, already knew it. Now moving to the third question, that was the confirming that the triangle was right angle or isosceles or both or neither of them. So we firstly we just visualized the diagram, that this is how the diagram looks like, and then we figured out the distance, and from that distance we calculated that two distance are coming out to be equal, that becomes isosceles, and from that three distance we calculated that it is following the Pythagoras theorem. From that Pythagoras theorem we calculated that this is going to be a right angle triangle. Okay, so this was it for today, guys. Now see you soon. For any such knowledge about our channel, you can just scan the code right now and get yourself access to our Telegram channel. I hope you have enjoyed this session of today. This was the session 1 of coordinate geometry. This was the basic session. Now the second session is going to be about the straight lines. We'll study straight lines. At the end, I'll tell you some shortcuts from the straight lines. It is going to be a big coordinate series. I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope it is able to help you out to clear your basics, as well as you will be able to attempt your JEE questions as well. Okay, good luck for your exam. Stay wealthy, stay healthy. Okay, so bye for today. See you soon. Take care.